When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Panthers offense will go to work first. Sends it back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Completes it in the middle. Let's take just a second and talk a little bit. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
Breaks into the open. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisville's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going again.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through and runs through another one. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Scanning the field, it's Wilcox. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
With the catch, it's Carter. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Panthers want to move quickly. Straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet. And this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put some... Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. To the air, it's Wilcox. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. start this drive at their own 48. Motion from the wideout. Off-play action on first down. He's got it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Red pass, it's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab outside. It's Gibbs. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Reads it, fires complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's his second sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dan?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Gibbs. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Panthers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bringing it out. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to pass, it's Wilcox. Dances away to buy time. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll knock him down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option route.
There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through. It's really helping out this offense.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Cardinals are marching down the field. The sure hands, it's Golden. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Cardinals come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Connection to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Cardinals trying to cash it in on first and goal. He'll do it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air, it's Wilcox. Touchdown, Cardinals! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Pitt pushing the pace. From the gun. Give on the inside. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Good enough for a first.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
I'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we... Clock in the second half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Wilcox. finds the tight end. Made a defender miss. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll go to the ground. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely center cut. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
First down for the offense.
Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. It's complete to the right, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
This time he's got his man. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. In the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. He might want another play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw it. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Hit right back to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Working that left side now. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Unloads quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
At the 1 yard line.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Scores on the sneak. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Defense in press coverage. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Pitt pushing the pace.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some
turning it on. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. He'll start this drive firing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
He's got it down the left side. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? The snap sets up the throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Might be changing the route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception?
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Catch in the middle. It's Hauser. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Right on target this time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Hit right back to the line.
First down for the offense.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. He wants to change this route. Finds his man. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
honest by the offense, you never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Motion from the back. Takes it from the gun on third down. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Pushes toward the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they